السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ازيكم شباب؟ اخباركم ايه؟ اتمنى ان تكونوا كلكم بخير في الظروف اللي احنا فيها ديت، وعايزين نساعد بعض كلنا كده اننا نعديها على خير ان شاء الله. Uh, Today's lesson is going to be from Aim High Unit 5, and it's a grammar lesson talking about preparatory, and this is the first part of it, talking about it as a subject. Okay, so if we have a look at this essay here, this one has got a lot of examples talking about preparatory as a subject here. So if we just read it together, so a university student, Andrew Rigby, tries to find the humor in the world around him. It isn't because he's a particularly funny person. He does it in order to keep healthy. When Andrew was 20, he had a stroke. He was on his way to class when a blood vessel in his brain exploded. Andrew collapsed, and it was fortunate. So I want you to notice here, this form here. It was fortunate that, look here, it was fortunate that he was discovered, okay? Shortly afterwards. Look at this one as well. It was lucky that the university hospital was so near. Doctors were able to treat him quickly and save his life. Andrew said afterwards, "I'm feeling fine. It's incredible that there were any warning signs. It's unusual to be struck down by this condition at such a young age. Andrew was in a good health, though he had been worried about his exams. He knew that, look, it wasn't a good idea to study for hours on end. Look at this one as well, but it's very easy to lose track of time." One of his doctors had read about the lethal effects of stress on otherwise healthy people. Research showed that laughter could reduce a person's stress because it released tension. Although initially skeptical, Andrew eventually discovered that he felt less anxious when he was able to see humorous side of stressful situations. Look at this one here. It's amazing how much better I feel by laughing more. It sounds odd, I know. For all the sophistication of the modern world, it's surprising how little we know about the brain. So if you look at this one here, all these examples which are highlighted are talking about preparatory as a subject. So we use preparatory as a subject because actually we cannot start a sentence with such a form here. So to eat oily fish is healthy. So infinitive starting here, to plus the verb. And this is not right or doesn't appear at the beginning of a sentence. So instead of that, we use preparatory. So how do we form a sentence using preparatory as a subject? So we start with using it at the beginning, then any form of verb to be. So you can just put is, was, has been, or you can put them in the negative. You say isn't, wasn't, hasn't been. Then you put the adjective, or sometimes you put the adjective plus a noun, and afterwards the infinitive form. So once again, we start with it, then we put a form of verb to be, then we put the adjective or the adjective plus noun, and afterwards infinitive, which means to plus the verb. So look at this example here. It is healthy to eat oily fish. It has been a great pleasure to see you again. So we don't say to see you again has been a great pleasure. Also, you need to know that preparatory can be used in a complex sentence. So we don't have you don't have to find it at the beginning of a sentence. So like this example here, I say, I think it's rewarding to visit old people. Or this one here, if you want to eat good food, it isn't a good idea to try the restaurants in town. So preparatory doesn't always come at the beginning of a sentence. Here also we have a slightly different form of it. So just instead of the infinitive, we put a clause. A clause starting with that, what, who, when, why. So let's look at this example here. It's unlikely that you have met Tom before. So instead of to plus the verb here, you can put that and then a noun clause. Another example, it was irritating how much she spent on everyone's approval. So now we have two forms of preparatory as a subject. You put it, then verb to be, then adjective, then to plus the verb, which is the infinitive, or you put it plus verb to be plus the adjective, and you put a clause starting with that, what, who, when, why, and then a noun clause. Also, you need to note that in a case we don't use preparatory when the subject is a noun. So we only use preparatory when the subject of the sentence is a verb or an infinitive. So we cannot put an infinitive at the beginning of the sentence, so we start using preparatory as a subject. So this example here, an exciting time was anticipated by all. So this one here, we don't need to use preparatory with it. We cannot say it was anticipated by all an exciting time. So actually, because the subject that we have got here, an exciting time, which is a noun, so we don't need to use preparatory with it. So that's an easy. So right now we'll do some exercise on preparatory. And the first one here is asking you to choose the correct sentence in each pair. And just to remind you of the form, we said we start with it, then we put verb to be, and then the adjective, then to plus the verb, which is infinitive, or a noun clause. So the first one, it says A, it was exciting, see such a large crowd. Second one, it was exciting to see such a large crowd. So the difference between the two sentences is just two. And we said if we are going to form a sentence using preparatory, so we need to put full infinitive, which is to plus the verb. So the right choice is B. Second one. A, that you have seen the film yet is likely. It's unlikely that you have seen the film yet. So again, the right form of it is the second one, B. Exercise 2 here is asking you to rearrange the sentence, and we're going to start with it's annoying how good he is at everything. As for number 2, it, then verb to be, we say wasn't. The adjective is clear. Why he had come. So the answer is it wasn't clear why he had come. Exercise 3. This is asking you to rewrite the sentence using preparatory it. Number 1 here, I was astonished to hear from her after so long. We need to use astonishing and preparatory it. So we start with it, then we put verb to be, and the sentence is in the past, so we'll choose was, the adjective astonishing, and then infinitive to hear from her after so long. So the answer is it was astonishing to hear from her after so long. Number 2, we were worried when you didn't arrive, so we say it was worrying when you didn't arrive. So this exercise here is included in your booklet, Aim High booklet, exercise in Unit 5. You need to do the rest of exercise, and later we'll discuss your answers on WhatsApp. Thank you very much for listening, and see you on the next record. Thank you.